Good morrow, welcome to Theme Alchemy. I'm the alchemist, and today I'm here to teach you how to make vines out of garbage. Why would you want to make vines, you ask? I don't know, maybe because they're delightful. Also because my sister Keeva said that I should do this, and while I'm pretty sure that was a joke, here I am. You can also use this method to make more than just vines. I'm gonna need you all to behave yourselves. Let's get started. So here's what you're gonna need. Liquid latex, acrylic paint, tin wire, scotch tape, baking paper, and garbage. So the first thing you'll do is lay down your baking paper about 2 feet deep and as long as you want your vine. I'm not going to use baking paper because I have this big silicone mat because I am fussy. Next, you're going to mix your liquid latex with your acrylic paint. I've already done this, it's pretty straightforward. If you're allergic to liquid latex, normally you would just die. But humans, the little freaks, have made a synthetic alternative to liquid latex. The only problem is that the ingredients cost human dollars and look at me. My catboy husband and I have set up a portal where you can send us invisible human doubloons if you would like to enable my human obsession and prove my father wrong. All you really need to know about the liquid latex mixture is not to add too much acrylic paint or it will not be sticky enough for what we need later. I've mixed my liquid latex in multiple colors so that I can eliminate the need for a paint job later. I'll show you what I mean. You just brush the liquid latex right over your surface and just don't care about it at all. Remember to work in thin layers so that you don't end up with a goopy mess for all time. Fun little tidbit, change these colors to pinks and reds. Add a couple bits of thread in there for some veins. Watch your mouth. And that is how you make fake intestines. And you can really ruin a ritual caster's day. Nothing goes wrong like ritual magic goes wrong, I'll tell you what. You don't need this to be super thick. Pipe down, you just need it to be thick enough along one edge that you can peel it up later without it falling apart. Sorry, what do you mean? My lights are weird? Brighter. I'm sorry, do I look like a big light kind of guy to you? No. And now we have to wait for this to dry completely, but I am not a patient man, so I have to leave. Actually, we can do this while we wait, and it will ease my suffering. Get your tin wire, it is malleable, and you don't even have to cut it. You just twist it a bunch. Physics. Make sure your tin wire length is a little bit longer than your absolute crime scene of a paint job, and bend the ends into little loops. Your loops can look very stupid, that's fine. The next step is to take maybe some tape or some hot glue and tape around this bit, just enough to keep it together and keep the sharp bit from stabbing holes in your vines. Ideally, you would use a beefier tape than this, but I like to live on the edge. And there we go. He's beautiful. Since this is now almost completely dry, it is time for my favorite part, the garbage. You can use lots of different kinds, anything plasticky that you can roll up that won't mold. Mold is the blackest hell that you will ever know. I like to use bubble wrap. I like the name, I like the whimsy, in case you couldn't tell, and it has the added bonus of keeping it out of the human oceans for a little longer, which is great because the humans need all the help they can get before the whales take their revenge. We're gonna cut a piece of the bubble wrap that's long enough to cover our wire. Do better than I did. Tape your wire to your garbage, fold over the edges, like so. And this will make it easier to roll up. Roll until you get to about the thickness that you want your vine. Then cut off the rest. Use some more tape to hold it in place. I also put some tape over the edge like this to keep the wire part from coming out a little better. Now we have our garbage tube. The next thing we do is paint a thin line of liquid latex along one edge of our garbage tube. And now we wait very patiently for this to dry. We are going to press this down onto the edge of our paint job and then roll it up. This is my favorite part. The first edge is a little tricky, but once you get that up, you're golden. Yeah, buddy. See it rolling. Don't. As we go, you can fold it over to help reinforce the end. Yes. My God. She's beautiful. One thing I like to do is twist it to make it look a little more gnarled. It's a good vine. And at this point you can paint more latex on any spots that have bad vibes. You can add leaves, more vines, even fur, whatever. And there you go. Vines. Or worms. Or tails, here aren't they nice? I have to go make dinner for my catboy husband before the screaming begins. If any of you ever want to see me again, you know what to do. That's a joke. I'm always here. Bye.